In this video, we will see how to find dot product of two given vectors. Before we proceed, if you are not subscribed to our channel, I kindly request you to subscribe so that will help you to get all our videos as we post from time to time. So let's consider two vectors A and B. Okay, so I'm going to define vector A as a1i plus a2j plus a3k, and similarly vector B. Okay, so when I say dot product, it's a scalar quantity. It's not a vector quantity. I'm multiplying two vectors to get a scalar quantity. So how can we understand this? Consider that you're applying a force of A. The vector A is a force applied in this direction and with a magnitude of A. And there's a displacement that takes place along vector B and with a magnitude of vector B. Okay. Now, the dot product, we know that work done is force into displacement. So work done is in joules, which is a scalar quantity. So how much work was done by this force and the displacement? All right. So in a dot product, what we're actually doing is, if you have two vectors like this, we're going to see how the vector A is forming a projection on vector B. So I'm going to draw a straight line like this, which is parallel to B and connecting to the endpoint of vector A. So this is a projection that vector A is causing on vector B. Okay, so let's call this projection as X, magnitude X. Okay, and we know that this whole length B can be written as magnitude of B. So to find X, which is the projection of A on B, all right? Now you can see that this is a right angle triangle. If I say cos theta for this triangle, and my theta is the angle between the vector A and the vector B. So cos theta would be adjacent side over hypotenuse. So adjacent side is X. So let me call it X over the hypotenuse is A, magnitude of A. Okay, so we can now say X is equal to magnitude of A into cos theta. All right, so multiplying this X multiplied with the magnitude of B will give us our dot product, and our X is magnitude of A into cos theta into the magnitude of B. So it can be written as magnitude of A times magnitude of B times cos theta, where theta is the angle between A and B. So that's our formula for finding the dot product. Now consider the dot product of I cap into I cap. I want you to consider this. Now when I say I cap, it's in the x-axis, okay, and it's a unit vector of length 1. And if I'm going to multiply I with an I, what will be my theta? My theta, I, and the next I is also on the same line, so the theta becomes 0. So when the theta is 0, the value is 1, and magnitude of 1 I is 1, and magnitude of I is again 1, cos 0 is 1, so your answer is 1. So similarly, you can also prove that j cap into j cap is equal to 1, k cap into k cap is equal to 1. Now, let's see what happens if you multiply I cap with j cap. Okay, now we need to find our theta. So what's our theta? Our theta would be 90 degrees because the angle between I and j is 90 degrees. So, which is pi by 2. So cos pi by 2 is 0. So your answer will be 0. Similarly, you can prove for all of them as 0 when you cross multiply any of the unit vectors, which is I cap, j cap, and k cap. All right. Now let's come to the vector A, which is a1i plus a2j plus a3k, and B, the vector B, which is this. So the dot product of this would be, the individual vectors like this multiplied by this. Then using the product rule, you will find the Cartesian products. All right. So I have done the Cartesian products here. Okay. So you can see A1, B1, A1, B2, and so on it goes. So these are the Cartesian products. Now we know that I cap into j cap will be 0. So this term will become 0. I cap into k cap will become 0. And our A2 into B1 into I cap into j cap will become 0. This also will become 0, 0, 0. So you're left with one term here, one term here, and a third term here. And we know that I cap into I cap is 1, right? And j cap into j cap is 1. K cap into k cap is 1. So your answer will be A1 B1 plus A2 B2 plus A3 B3. So that's the simple solution for the dot product of two vectors in the real three-dimensional space. And remember, it's a single value. It's not a vector. It's a scalar quantity. So you're using two vector quantities to find a scalar answer, and you always express that in a value. Thank you for watching Math Tutorial Anand. Please like, and you can comment if you have any questions, and do not forget to subscribe to get more videos like this.